Hi Sam, let's take a look at this essay today. Okay, the question of whether we rely too much on the internet, okay, because so is the in front of the internet, and smartphones with an S has been of great concern in recent years. While it is true that the advent of technology may have some potential hazards to the society, on the whole, I believe this is more of a benefit than a hindrance. This essay will discuss both sides using examples from Oxford University and Cambridge University to demonstrate points of arguments. Okay, lovely, no problems there. Let's move on. Okay. On the one hand, there is irrefutable evidence that advances in technology have made it easier than ever before to reach and interact with people around the world. I like this, irrefutable evidence. That was nice. Today, applications like WhatsApp, you should capitalize the W and the A, and Skype enable us to contact our relatives and friends all over the world at the push of a button. Consistent with this line of thinking is the use of such communication devices by multinational global companies to hold meetings, resulting in saving costs from sending employees to the meeting venue. All right, we have to change some of the grammar here because it's a little awkward. Let's see. Consistent with this line of thinking is that the use of such connection devices by multinational companies to hold meetings results in saving costs from sending employees to the meeting venue. For example, recent empirical research by Oxford University demonstrated that by replacing face-to-face meetings with an S with video conferences, again with an S, Fortune 500 companies have reduced operating expenses with an S by as much as 20%. Equally important is that time saved from traveling could be deployed for more value-added activities. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that there is a considerably strong case to integrate the technology into our daily life. Okay. I like this paragraph so much. I liked a lot of your vocabulary. You used a couple of examples of really high-level collocations, which made it sound really nice. I'm not so sure you talked about dependence, though. You even underlined it, becoming dependent on the internet and phone. You talked about how it's helped us connect, that we can connect with people. It helps companies, it helps them save money, but you didn't talk about dependence. What you're basically talking about is, it feels like you're answering a different essay question. It feels like you're answering the positives and negatives of using the internet. But that's not what they're asking you. They're asking you if the dependence is positive or negative. So it's really a rather different issue. Logically, when we hear dependence on something or over-reliance on something, it leads us straight away to think something negative. And they're actually asking us, could reliance or could dependence on something like the internet or phone be positive? Okay, so that's what you were supposed to answer here. I do feel like it was a little off topic because you were just talking more generally about the positives and negatives about internet and phone use. All right, so keep those in mind. Think about that a little bit. And let's move on to your next paragraph. However, the increasing use of these technologies, IES, when you have these, can be detrimental, especially to the younger generation who are more easily affected by its addictive nature. Okay, so this should have been this technology. Let's try it again. However, the increasing use of this technology can be detrimental, especially to the younger generation who are more affected by its addictive nature. That makes sense. This is largely because the invention of online social media sites and apps such as Twitter and Facebook, have reduced face-to-face interactions dramatically. According to a study by Cambridge University, though digital communication may be easier and convenient, it is no substitute for face-to-face communication, which is vital to connecting and forming meaningful relationships. Consequently, the largest drawback to such technology is the potential for teenagers to lose opportunities to cultivate social skills. All right, again, lovely grammar, lovely vocabulary. It's not what the question asked you. You took this essay to be completely discuss the positives and negatives of internet use, but that's not what this was about. They wanted to know, they're assuming that everybody or that a lot of people are dependent on these devices, dependent on this technology, and you were supposed to answer if the positives of this outweigh the negatives. So a different topic, considerably different, okay? So, conclusion from the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that the advantages of the internet and mobile phone are invaluable for people from all walks of life. The negative impacts can be minimized, but if proper education on the use on the use of the technology is offered to the younger generation. Therefore, the pros are greater than the cons. Okay, I think I was pretty clear about where I saw the flaws in this essay. You didn't really answer the question as it was asked to you, so that was the problem for me. I hope that that makes sense, and I hope that you can adjust your essay accordingly when you revise it. All right, let's take a look now at your letter, the job application. So, dear hiring manager, all right, first of all, when you're writing a formal letter, you never write contractions. So no I'm, no isn't, no don't, nothing. All words are fully written out. Now, the second thing, you don't know the name of the person. You're calling him dear hiring manager, him or her dear hiring manager. You don't know the name. When you don't know the name, your letter should end yours faithfully. Okay? So, that's the second thing. Now let's go into some of these details. I am writing to express my interest in your senior accountant position listed on monster.com. I believe that my experience, skill set, and personal attributes with an S make me a suitable candidate for this role. I am a highly organized and self-driven certified public accountant, passionate about developing my career in the field of accounting in multinational global companies. Possessing more than 5 years of experience of working in diverse accounting positions in multiple companies, I have gained an extensive insight. Get rid of Anne. I have gained extensive insight within this field. My key accounting and financial competencies include, but are not limited to, maintaining financial records, managing budgets, risk assessments, and system implementation. In my current position with Google, where I work in the capacity of financial analyst, I am accountable for leading a team of 5 and carrying out a wide range of commercial processes. I am seeking a challenging as well as rewarding position, which is why I was naturally drawn to this exciting opportunity. Okay, sincerely. So, there's a lot of, again, really lovely vocabulary here and some very good grammar. Let's talk about whether you actually fulfilled this. Did you talk about your qualifications? Yeah, I guess you did. You said that you're a certified public accountant. You said that you have more than 5 years experience. So, yeah, more or less, I guess you did that. You talked about your 5 years in diverse positions. You talked about your position at Google. What I didn't really get a feel for was the second bullet, your energy and enthusiasm for this position. I mean, you kind of like throughout the essay, throughout the letter, you kind of did it, but you really did directly. Remember, it's really important to be very clear when you're fulfilling the bullet. So I would have liked something more like, I've always been very passionate about working in your company in order to prepare for this potential opportunity. I studied XYZ systems applications, which I understand that your company uses. That's the kind of thing that shows energy and enthusiasm, really going above the call of duty to, in this instance at least, to show that you're an appropriate candidate and a serious candidate. So that's something I think you could have added here in this letter. All right, just something showing your energy and enthusiasm. I think the rest of it you did fine. The other thing that I wasn't really crazy about was that it ended rather suddenly. You needed to have a more appropriate sign-off. So I'm seeking a challenging as well as rewarding position, which is why I was naturally drawn to this exciting opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you and discussing a potential interview. Something like that would have been better. You didn't really have a clear sign-off. You just kind of ended it suddenly. All right? Nice job. A lot of great grammar, a lot of wonderful, really high level vocabulary, but I want to see a little more. Okay? So go ahead, correct these, and let's see another set from you.